Europe is home to some of the wealthiest and most developed countries in the world. But not all of them are so fortunate. There are a number of countries in Europe that are considered to be some of the poorest in the continent. In this video, we'll take a look at 5 countries and discover what makes them stand out as being among the poorest financially in all of Europe. We will be exploring the root causes of poverty in each nation and discuss the challenges that their citizens face as a result. This information is crucial in order to better understand the complex issue of poverty and how it affects people on a global scale. By the end of this video, you will have a deeper understanding of the issues facing these 5 countries and the factors that contribute to their economic struggles. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the list. Number 5. Serbia. Serbia is a country located in southeastern Europe, previously under the rule of Yugoslavia. Serbia is one of the poorest countries in Europe, with an economy that has not fully recovered since its independence in 2006. Serbia's economy has been hit hard by political instability and economic mismanagement over the years. The Balkan Wars of the 1990s left the country with a large debt burden, which has led to decades of economic stagnation and high unemployment rates. Additionally, Serbia has been slow to implement free market reforms that could help spur growth and attract foreign investment. These factors have all contributed to the country's weak economy and lack of development. Number 4. Belarus. Belarus has a long history of economic strife. After gaining independence from the Soviet Union in 1991, Belarus faced numerous economic challenges including hyperinflation, a weak banking system, and a decrease in foreign investment. To make matters worse, Belarus was hit hard by the global financial crisis of 2008-2009, with GDP shrinking drastically. Despite these struggles, the country managed to slowly recover with GDP growth increasing between 2010 and 2015. In 2016, however, its economy once again entered a recession due to falling oil prices and weaker demand for exports from Russia, its largest trading partner, which led to reduced foreign investment and government spending cuts. It's estimated that this recession caused GDP to shrink once again in 2016. Since then, the country has been struggling to recover and remains one of the poorest countries in Europe with an average income per capita that is lower than most neighboring countries. Number 3. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia and Herzegovina, a small country on the Balkan Peninsula, is often overlooked and overshadowed by its larger European neighbors. But it's an important part of the world with a rich history and culture. The country has had a tumultuous economic history that can be traced back to the dissolution of Yugoslavia in the early 1990s. The subsequent Yugoslav wars that followed caused massive destruction to infrastructure throughout the region, including Bosnia and Herzegovina. This destruction led to an overall decline in GDP as well as high unemployment rates which still remain today. In addition, due to sanctions imposed by many countries during this time period, foreign investment was severely hampered, leading to further economic hardship for Bosnians. Number 2. Moldova. Moldova is a small landlocked country located in Eastern Europe, between Romania and Ukraine. Moldova's economy has been heavily impacted by corruption and poor governance over the years. In 2014, a large-scale banking fraud was uncovered that resulted in roughly $1 billion being stolen from 3 banks. This had a devastating effect on the economy, leading to high inflation and decreased foreign investment. The government responded by introducing new laws and regulations to crack down on corruption and improve transparency. Agriculture is one of the main industries in Moldova, accounting for over 27% of its GDP and providing employment for a large amount of its population. The country produces a variety of crops such as wheat, maize, potatoes, vegetables, fruits, wine grapes, sugar beets and tobacco. In addition to agriculture, there are also some light manufacturing industries such as textiles and footwear production. However, these industries are not very competitive due to low labor costs compared to neighboring countries such as Romania or Hungary. Number 1. Albania. Albania is a small country in the Balkans that has long been one of the poorest countries in Europe. Despite its small size, Albania has a rich history and culture. However, its economy has been struggling for years due to a combination of political turmoil and a lack of foreign investment. Prior to gaining independence, Albania was an isolated country under communist rule. The economy was centrally planned and largely focused on agriculture, with limited industry and manufacturing. This system kept most people in poverty and stunted economic development. After the fall of communism, Albania transitioned to democracy but experienced significant political turmoil throughout the 90s as various factions struggled for control of the government. This political instability made it difficult for businesses to operate and caused foreign investors to stay away from the country. In recent years, Albania has joined NATO and is attempting to move toward EU membership. However, it still faces several challenges. According to Institute of Statistics data collected in Q3 of 2022, unemployment remains high at 10.6% despite some improvements since the Great Recession of 2008-09. The 5 countries listed in this video are all examples of how many countries within the European continent have been left behind economically speaking. They all have relatively low GDPs per capita when compared to other European nations and high levels of poverty as well. Unfortunately, these 5 countries continue to struggle economically despite efforts by their governments or other international organizations for improvement. However, there may be hope for them yet, if they can find ways to increase their economic development so that they can join the ranks of their wealthier neighbors in achieving success in today's globalized world. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more informative content like this.